Hey everyone, welcome back to the Retro Gaming Collectors channel. I am back. I'm going to be making some new videos here. I am currently working on my review of HasLab Omega Prime. I got some cats meowing in the background. But so I was just watching Super Robot Ed's video reporting on some of the known QC problems with Omega Prime here. So I just thought I would take a moment to bust my HasLabs out and kind of show them off, show how they've held up. This guy's been out for over a year now, this guy over 2 years, and this guy just showed up last week. So let's move them around real quick, kind of go over them one by one, kind of take a look at them. Okay, so like I said, this is just going to be kind of a informal video here. I'm just free camming. I got cats meowing in the background, so sorry, just ignore that. This is just going to be quick. But so this is HasLab Victory Saber, and he's been out for about 2 years, maybe a little longer. There were some known QC issues with this guy, particularly this gold in his chest. And if you can kind of see in that corner right there, mine has chipped. I refuse to transform this thing fully. I will not, I'll transform them all into their vehicle modes, but I won't actually clip the parts together, the part that actually causes that chipping there. I just refuse to do it. I won't do it. I don't want it to chip any further. The sword has some little kitty teeth marks in it. That is not a QC problem. That is a cat problem. But so other than that, really, maybe that yellow might be a slight shade darker than but I don't know if that's, it's a paint versus plastic thing. I don't know if that's a QC issue. But so let's get him out of here and let's take a look at Deathsaurus. All right, bringing him in here. So this is my Deathsaurus. I unfortunately never ended posting the video reviewing this guy. I did record it, I edited it, but life got in the way. So I want to apologize to all my viewers for being AWOL for 2 years. That's my bad. I just, life happened. I got a job. Progressing in life, kind of didn't have time for it. But I've been collecting the whole time, and now I am back making videos. So don't worry, reviews are coming soon. But this Deathsaurus, man, I don't know. It seems to have held up perfectly. I don't know of a single QC issue that I had with this guy. He was more or less perfect, and well over a year later, I mean, he's got some dust on him. That's probably from sitting on a shelf for over a year, but he seems just fine. So let's get him out of here, and let's take a look at Omega Prime, the one that everybody came here to see. Alrighty, so this is technically not Omega Prime. This is the other combined form, but you get the point. So I just got mine last week, and one of the most common reported issues that I've seen and was being mentioned in Super Robot Ed's video is if you pop this panel up, this section down here, the actual chest of the Optimus Prime for this figure. Let's just go ahead and just remove this whole section. Just set that aside. So the most reported QC issue that I know of is this silver section in the chest cracking. And as you can see, I'll get a little closer to the light there. Mine appears to be perfectly fine. Now, I know I don't want to brag myself up, but I take care of my figures. I transform them delicately. I store them on a shelf in a dark room. I do take care of these figures, so maybe that's just an issue of maybe I've just been more delicate on it. But I've even looked down inside of here, and one of the common things that people are reporting, let me kind of just push this out here. I'm going to put the camera down for a moment. Okay, so I just cut and then extended the spine piece. That is what is cracking this piece, is the movement of this joint. From what I've gathered, if you can kind of see in there, see that big gray block? And you kind of see at the bottom there those little red notches. What is happening, and here, let me collapse this so I can show you. What is happening is this gray block these little pins at the front here seem to be too long in a lot of people's copies, and what's happening with it is when they're moving it like this, doing this exact motion here, extending that joint, it is actually ripping and breaking those red tabs apart in there. And the result of that is this thinner plastic on the chest here is cracking. And I don't see any cracks on mine. I think I see a little, like, maybe a tiny paint nick right there, but that's it. Like, I'm not seeing any cracking on mine. I'm also not seeing my little yellow pin, or my red flap pin things in there. They're not damaged. The chest is not cracked. It looks like a little paint chip right there. Maybe it's starting to crack. But the ones that I've seen, it's been like dramatic. Like, you can totally see like cracks in there. That and yellowing in the plastic. So, yeah, let me grab you another example here. All right, so this nasty thing right here is my Shattered Glass Starscream. Now, I'll link a video right up here that you can click on to go see this when it was brand new. It was not dehydrated piss yellow. It was definitely white at one point. So now, essentially what I'm showing you here is I have had a fair share of figures go yellow and go bad. My Netflix Soundwave is horrible. That thing looks terrible. This is probably the worst, though. But that's what a really badly yellowed figure can look like, right? And that's been a few years since I've gotten that. This guy, not seeing any yellowing in him, but from what I've gathered, I think the yellowing problems are in Ultra Magnus. And now Blue Bolt up here, I think that's the blue color that people have been reporting yellowing. So Blue Bolts looks all right. If you flip it over, this part right here, which would actually end up being Ultra Magnus's like thighs, that is also a part that's being reported as yellowing. Mine is okay. That's the same color plastic. That's okay. So is all that. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. I do want to spread the awareness of this, that this is definitely a known QC problem. Be careful with your Omega Primes. It is known to crack in this region. It is also known to yellow in these spots. So I just wanted to report so far mine is not having any problems, but I did pay $280 plus shipping and taxes for this figure. Just gonna put that out there. This was not cheap. If I received mine and mine was yellowed and looked anything like this, or if mine was cracked and was actually busting out of the box and stuff, and just by transforming it, I would be pissed. So I'm just going to put that out there for everybody. You know, you can check out the Super Robot Ed video I've been talking about. I'll put it down in the description. Go see what he's been reporting. Other people have been having some wicked problems with that. So please, guys, just be careful with it. All that being said, more videos coming soon. I am actively making the review for this guy, so be looking for that in the next few days. But, alright guys, let me know if you have your Omega Prime. Let me know if you have any of the QC issues down in the comments. Let's talk about this. I'm very curious. Like I said, I'm not having any problems yet. Keyword yet. But all that being said, guys, have a good day.